Here we go.
Yes, sir. The boys are back in town.
Rap Sports News, RSN Podcast.
Chill.
What's going on, man?
Back at it, man.
Another week down.
Yes, sir.
Let's get into some topics. First off, Trump. He pardoned his NBA YoungBoy. So, YoungBoy, he had got in trouble for all that promethazine, that scam he had. I forgot what state he's in. I think like South Dakota, North Dakota, something like that. But he was under, he was about to go away for a little while. And he got pardoned.
How did that connection happen?
So I think someone on Trump's team had looked into it. Like whoever works that out. And then she's the one that did that.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. Hey, Trump.
And now he has a new tour that he's bringing up called Massa.
For real?
Called Make America Slime Again.
Oh, wow. I thought you was joking.
I'm not joking.
Oh, wow.
So, I mean, I'm glad that he's free to tour because I don't think YoungBoy has toured since like 2019, 18. Something like
so it's been some time then. Yeah.
Get out here and make some money.
Yeah, man. You got to get it.
Offset. He puts in a plea with the court for spousal support from Cardi. And she got mad.
What'd she say, man?
A lot of cuss words I can't repeat right now. But B-A-N.
Man. But I thought, and I don't never count nobody money, but on the outside looking in, pause, I thought he was good.
Nah, I think he ultimately is good. But I think Cardi made more money than him.
I can see that. I can definitely see that. Yeah, I can see that for sure.
Yeah, remember she's getting like $500,000 a show.
Yeah.
And he was making a lot of money too, but he had to split it 3 ways.
Yeah, that's true. That's the difference. She was a solo act. Yeah, I could definitely see that for sure. I mean, dude, at first when I first heard about the story, I thought maybe he was just being petty. Like, some celebrities be like, yo, I ain't got it. They got it, but I ain't got it. I need some.
Maybe he wants to be in his soft guy era, man. Like, take care of me for once.
I ain't mad at it.
Yeah, for sure. Going to news. So out in Noonan, Georgia, Jaden Daniels. So this is a teen. He's 16 years old. This happened like 2 weeks ago. Basically, he ended up shooting his stepdad. They got into some argument. He shot his stepdad, ended up driving off with his car, and he's been on the run ever since. I haven't heard any updates of them catching him yet.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything on that either.
And it's pretty sad because it's like, a guy comes in, he tries to take care of the family because it's not really his, obviously, but, he tries to look out for him and ends up losing his life like that.
Yeah, it's sad, man. I'm not sure what made him react that way.
He really wanted that car.
Nah, man, no car worth nobody's life, but I guess to some people it is.
Yeah.
To some people it is these days. I had to rethink when I said that because now it's like no limits. It feels like people, the value of life is just.
Yeah, it's in the dumps, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's sad, You're so young, like 16 and your life gone.
It's crazy.
When they catch him.
Can't run forever. Can't run forever. He gonna get tired of running too.
Yeah. Trump cutting back on food stamps. Said you cut off.
It's messed up, dog.
I don't think it's messed up. I can play devil's advocate on this because, I've seen a lot of people who they get food stamps and they just end up selling it to someone for money to get other stuff, to go get their hair done or just to go buy alcohol or something like that.
Well, I guess it's not messed up for
that's not everybody.
Yeah. I would say it's messed up for some people because it's going to bring a lot of, what do you call that? Food insecurity. A lot of people with prices going up and stuff, and they got a lot of kids and all that. Like, it's already like that for some people, but if he cut it, it's really going to be crazy. So I'm not sure that the full aspect of him cutting it, because it could be, maybe he's cutting it or changing qualifications, right? And not completely cutting it off.
That's another thing. I think you got to be working I think he said 32 hours a week. So, you can't just be sitting at home being like, oh, I got like all these kids and you got to feed them. So, like now you got to get up and hustle.
Word.
106,000 black women lose their jobs in April. That was crazy.
Woo.
That's wild. I think they said employment went up for every other group, but it went down for black women in America.
Wow. And I wonder if that's by design?
I think it's just so there's different things that they say, right? There's also choice of where they're working. And this is mostly like low level jobs, like gas stations, retail, stuff like that.
Okay. So it's not across the board. It's just a certain areas.
The ones that have like real degrees and stuff like that, they're doing fine. But the lower level, yeah.
Yeah, it's just becoming a little tight squeeze going on.
I can play devil's advocate on this too, right? Because I went to a gas station the other day, and there was this young black chick there, right? And I bought my stuff, and I'm like, yeah, can I get a bag? And then like she just like throws the bag on the table and walks away.
Oh,
I'm like, she should be she should be fired too.
Put her on the list, huh? She immediately got put on the list.
Right.
Right. Man.
I mean, I'm just kidding, but that is sad for sure. You don't want to see people out here struggling like that.
Yeah, for sure.
Zion Williams is the next up to get accused.
Oh, man.
But this is the thing, right? Every time these things happen, and I don't count no one out because I don't know what he did or didn't do.
Yeah.
So, everyone has a clean slate. We'll just let the evidence fall where it falls. But why is it always money first and never criminal?
That's true.
I would think if these people are like so bad as you're saying, wouldn't you want them to be locked away so they can't do it to no one else?
Yeah, that's true. So yeah, he's trying to get the money and get them locked up, huh?
It's just getting the money.
Oh. Yeah, that's a good point. That's definitely a good point. Folks are out here just trying to get the bag, seems like. Again, it looks like. We don't know. We don't know what really happened. But sheesh. It's nobody's safe, feels like. Golly.
Not if you've been out here being loose.
Yeah.
Travis Hunter married Leanna Lene. Bought her a truck.
Yeah, I think it was a G-Wagon or something, right?
G-Wagon, something like that. And a lot of people have a lot to say. They say that he's a little lost. They feel like she doesn't really love him like that, and it's not going to end well. And I kind of agree, but this is my take on it, right? We can't really judge where they'll be for sure, because they're so young. They're like, what, 23, 24?
Yeah, something like that.
So they're just, young adults. So they can change over time, but I do think it's going to end with him losing half his money.
Yeah, man. I wish the best for Trav, man. He's a great dude. He seemed like he's really solid. And he just, it's crazy. He just graduated college, and he didn't even go 4 years. He went. He could have came back and played college football again, because he was a junior. So,
he feels he can go straight to the league.
Yeah. So I think he's gonna do great in Jacksonville with the Jaguars. But as far as the whole marriage situation, like you said, like we all don't know behind closed doors what's really happening.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know them. I just know what it looks like.
Yeah, people online paint the narrative a certain way, right? I think the only thing that stood out for me was when they were like, "Oh, no prenup," and I was just like, "Ooh," because like you said, people change, right? They're so young, they haven't even truly found themselves, So, I wish the best for him, man. I hope it all works out. Of course, marriage is not easy. It's not smooth. It's not scripted, right? It's not like, okay, this is going to happen, then this is going to happen, and then this is going to happen, and we're just going to be happy. That's not going to happen.
Right.
You got surprises that pop up that might shock you. So shake things up. So, as long as they're prepared for that, and I'm sure the Jacksonville Jaguars hopefully got some kind of support system there for him because he's their big investment, right? So
for sure.
Seems
like the league wants him to be the face of the NFL.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, all he got to do, as long as he could just go and worry about football and not have to worry about no extra stress, he should be good. But I think the moment things do get rocky, that's when we'll notice in this play.
Yeah, the only thing that stood out to me from her is that her pass is a little shaky.
Pass
She
is
was hanging
definitely
out
shaky.
with rappers and stuff like that.
Yeah, she brought a lot of negativity to them because everything with him was always positive.
Mm-hmm.
Only negativity that came in is when she was involved, and the guy started making the shirts with him and her on it and all that. You see that? That guy. So one of the guys that she was in a music video with, and I guess allegedly hugged up and dancing on at parties. He made a shirt of him and her on the shirt, and I think the back said like Heisman or something like that. And that was whack, man. That was corny. That was corny, bro. Like, that was whack. You don't do that to Trav. Trav a good dude, man.
Yeah, for sure. Talk to us about the NBA Finals.
Well, the Western Conference Finals ended with OKC beating Minnesota, man. They kind of put the smackdown on them, and OKC is going to the NBA Finals for the first time since KD and James Harden and Russell Westbrook did that time. So they're back. And then, unfortunately, Indiana Pacers beat the New York Knicks, and they're heading to the finals, man. It's like, I like basketball, but I love basketball. Let me put that back. Put that do that over. I love basketball, but I'm not a basketball fan the way I used to be.
Yeah.
Right? Like, even when you had Iverson, Kobe, all that, and before, I think right now it's like, for me, these finals are gonna be one of them finals like when Giannis went to the championship. I didn't watch that series at all, right? And I kind of, no shade to Indiana or OKC. It's just not my cup of tea.
No, I understand that. I get that. I'm sure a lot of people are like that. I feel like a lot of people just watch highlights. I mostly watch highlights. So.
Yeah. Like, if it's a team that I'm interested in, I'll try to watch a game when I can. But otherwise, I'm catching the highlights, and we'll see what happens.
For sure. All right, guys, if you made it to the end, we want to thank you. Sorry, I don't got no fun topics this week, but, if you made it to the end, we want to thank you. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Follow us on social media. And, yeah, I'm Canary Valens.
Slyce.
Peace.